Cold open. 30,000 people. One email. 6 in the morning. No HR call. No manager warning. You opened your inbox and your career was already over. Your Slack was deactivated before you could even respond. Your Oracle account, the one you were supposed to use to sign your own severance paperwork through DocuSign, was being switched off at the same moment they were asking you to use it. This is what the largest AI-driven layoff in tech history looked like. Not a press conference, not a town hall. An email signed Oracle Leadership. No name, no face, nobody accountable. Just a 5-line message and a deactivation timer. And the quarter they did it? Oracle posted $6.13 billion in net income. A 95% profit surge. Their best numbers ever. That's the story. That's what we're talking about today. What happened? Let's get into the details, because they are worse than the headline. Oracle fired between 20 and 30,000 employees, roughly 18% of its entire global workforce, in a single sweep beginning April 1, 2026. Yes, April Fool's Day. The irony was not lost on anyone. The layoff email came from Oracle Leadership. Generic, nameless, signed by no individual. It told workers that today was their last working day. It directed them to submit a personal email address immediately, before their Oracle account was switched off. And it included a DocuSign link, sent to the Oracle email that was already being deactivated. Business Insider published the full email. It is exactly as cold as you're imagining. Slack, which Oracle used internally, recorded a drop from approximately 165,000 users to 155,000 in a matter of hours, the most real-time measure anyone had of the scale of the carnage. The cuts hit Oracle Health, Sales, Cloud, Customer Success, and NetSuite globally. Nearly 50% of Oracle's India workforce was wiped out. A security alert manager with 34 years at Oracle posted on LinkedIn, "After 34 years, all of them, I am one of the 30,000 laid off today." Quite a shock. Someone who had spent 40 years at Oracle, 4 decades, received the same email. So why? Oracle has committed to spending $156 billion on AI data centers. It has taken on $58 billion in new debt in just 2 months. It has a deal with OpenAI worth over $300 billion. Its remaining performance obligations surged 359% to $455 billion, commitments it needs cash flow to honor. TD Cowen analysts estimated that cutting 30,000 positions could unlock $10 billion in annual cash flow. Oracle stock, down 27% year-to-date, actually rose 2.5% on the day of the layoffs. The market rewarded the firings. That's the math. Here's the human cost. What the pros say. Bloomberg broke the story in March, weeks before it happened. 2 sources told reporter Brody Ford that the cuts would specifically target, quote, job categories that the company expects it will need less of due to AI. That's the first time Oracle explicitly confirmed that AI wasn't just the funding rationale. It was the direct replacement for human labor. Reuters confirmed the layoffs would be more extensive than Oracle's usual periodic job reductions, noting Oracle had internally halted hiring across its cloud division after announcing a review of open job listings. The cash depletion was already visible. Roughly $10 billion burned through in just the first half of the fiscal year. CNBC reported that Oracle's stock had already dropped 27% year-to-date before the layoffs even started. Investors were processing 2 simultaneous shocks: the competitive threat of generative AI to Oracle's legacy software business, and the financial strain of trying to build AI infrastructure fast enough to compete with Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. Oracle is trying to be both the thing being disrupted and the thing doing the disrupting simultaneously. And Forbes made the uncomfortable point clearly. Oracle's stock rose 2.5% on the news of the firings. Venture capitalist Mark Andreessen told the 20VC podcast that AI is a, quote, silver bullet excuse for pandemic-era overhiring, and that many of these companies were overstaffed by 75%. Whether or not you buy that framing, the market clearly did. The uncomfortable conclusion from the press coverage? Oracle isn't uniquely villainous here. Amazon, Meta, and Dell ran the same playbook in the same quarter. 103,000 tech jobs disappeared in Q1 2026 alone. This is an industry-wide pattern, and Oracle is just the most dramatic example. From the comments, YouTube. The YouTube community had a lot to say, and some of it was surprisingly sharp. The most upvoted read, "This is insane. Someone who worked at Oracle for 40 years was laid off via a cold email at 6 a.m., simply from Oracle leadership with no name attached." Another, "Pulling this off on April Fool's Day is a masterclass in wickedness." There was also this gem on the DocuSign situation, and you cannot make this up. They're sending a DocuSign link to the Oracle email account that is about to be deactivated. Yep, that completely aligns with Oracle's usual practices. And then the line that probably stings the most for anyone in tech watching from the sidelines. "Stock up almost 4%. Lol." Finally, a sardonic observation about where we're all headed. Instead of preparing for retirement, our focus has shifted to setting aside funds for the upcoming round of layoffs. From the comments, Reddit. Reddit, as always, hit different. Let's start with the thread on r/Ask Reddit, where the top comment had over 7,000 upvotes. And it is, honestly, the most efficient summary of the entire situation. 30,000 workers were laid off so that a group of executives could present a higher profit margin to investors. That's the entire story. 7,000 upvotes, because it is the entire story. Then there was the post on "Are employees of Oracle" that went viral among the survivors. It had over 1,000 upvotes, and it deserves to be read in full, or as close to full as we can get. Do not, I repeat, give even an hour more than you normally would. Set clear work-life boundaries, go completely offline after office hours, and avoid taking on others' tasks. This whole situation is neither your fault nor that of those who left. If you stretch to meet the targets and keep things running as before, it will signal to management that this effort is worthwhile and may open the door to further cost-cutting measures. If deadlines are missed, let it happen. If customer SLAs are breached, that is the cost of the layoffs. Middle management should feel the pressure. Let projects fail or be delayed, and let them face their superiors. And if you think this puts you at risk of being laid off next cycle, wake up. High performers and experienced architects were not spared. At the end of the day, you're just a number on a sheet. 1,089 upvotes. That post became the survivors' manifesto. Then came the comment that stopped the scroll for a lot of people. 2,267 upvotes on r/Ask Reddit. My dad has worked for Oracle for 20 years, worked for the same boss for 20 years. Not even a phone call. These companies are evil. What is he supposed to do for the next 2 years? Keep in mind, he has cancer. And now he has no health insurance. No punchline, no spin. That's just the reality for some of these 30,000. And then, because Reddit always finds the perfect note to end on, someone posted in the survivors thread, right in the middle of all this serious advice about protecting your workload and documenting your hours. Is that you, Larry? 18 upvotes. Somehow, the funniest thing in the whole conversation. From the comments, X. Over on X, the discourse was moving fast and hitting hard. The post that spread the widest came from a user breaking it down plainly. Oracle isn't a struggling company. Oracle made more money than ever and still fired 30,000 people because they're spending $156 billion on AI data centers instead. And Larry Ellison is sitting on a $200 billion fortune. This isn't restructuring. This is a choice. Underneath that, one reply that may have been written by a philosophy major having a very bad day. A company that just posted a 95% jump in net income, laying off 18% of its workforce, is not doing this out of necessity. It is doing this because it can. There is a difference. And then the line that keeps bouncing around in your head. The email was likely written by AI too, which means AI wrote the email that fired the people who built the AI. We are truly in the timeline. Finally, for everyone who spent the last decade being told to learn to code, they trained these workers to build the AI systems that replaced them. Let that sink in. The 5 biggest themes. We analyzed over 140 comments across YouTube, Reddit, and X. Here's what the internet actually cares about. Profit theater. The first theme, and by far the dominant one, the absurdity of massive profits and massive layoffs happening at the exact same time. People are not confused about whether Oracle is struggling. They know it isn't. That's precisely what makes them furious. The market logic, fire humans, unlock cash flow, build AI infrastructure, is not hidden. It is just naked. And the internet named it exactly. This is performance. This is theater for shareholders. The 6 a.m. email. The second theme is the delivery mechanism, and it enraged people almost as much as the layoffs themselves. No manager call. No HR discussion. A 5-line email signed by nobody sent at 6 in the morning to accounts being simultaneously deactivated. The DocuSign on a dying account detail became a meme. The 40-year veteran angle became a rallying cry. The email format was read as a signal of something beyond mere efficiency. It was read as contempt. AI as excuse. The third theme. People pushing back on the AI did this framing. Yes, Oracle is spending $156 billion on AI infrastructure. But the actual cause of these layoffs, as multiple commenters correctly identified, is Oracle's debt load and cash crunch, not AI replacing workers yet. The comment putting it cleanly. AI didn't cause these people to lose their jobs. AI capital expenditures did. The internet is smarter than the press release. Loyalty is dead. The fourth theme is broader than Oracle. Veterans with 20, 30, 40 years at the company got the same 5-line email as someone who joined last year. No gold watch, no farewell, no name attached to the message ending their career. Multiple commenters noted they'd seen this coming and warned others, only to be dismissed. Corporate loyalty was always a myth, the thread concluded. Oracle just ripped off the last remaining piece of the mask. The survivor's dilemma. The fifth theme, and arguably the most original take in any comment section, the survivor's dilemma. The viral post on "Are Employees of Oracle" didn't just vent, it laid out a strategy. Don't absorb the workload. Don't prove the cuts were sustainable. Let the pain be felt by management. Let the SLAs breach. Let the projects slip. Make the cost of this decision visible. Whether or not Oracle's remaining employees follow that advice, it reveals something important. The people left behind know exactly what's being asked of them, and they are choosing, consciously, how to respond. Buzz check verdict. Let's talk about the numbers. We analyzed 148 comments across YouTube, Reddit, and X. The breakdown? 62% outraged, 21% darkly amused, 17% Analytical. The outrage is real. But what's notable is how lucid it is. This isn't a comment section of people who don't understand what happened. This is a comment section of people who understand it perfectly and are furious precisely because it's so transparent. The darkly amused 21% gave us the best lines of the week. The "Is that you, Larry?" reply. The April Fool's memes. The stock up 4% laugh. Dark humor as a coping mechanism for watching something you knew was coming and couldn't stop. And the 17% who stayed analytical? They are building the framework for what comes next. The Survivor's Manifesto. The tax policy arguments. The H-1B visa math. The labor movement question. These are the comments that will look prescient in 6 months. Our verdict: profit surge, people deleted. This was not a desperate company. This was a profitable company making a deliberate choice about what matters and what doesn't. The humans were the line item. The data centers are the future. Whether that future works out, Oracle's stock is down, its debt is enormous, its bet is massive, is genuinely unknown. What is known is that 30,000 people found out they didn't matter via a 5-line email at 6 in the morning. That's the buzz. Don't blame us, blame the comments.